Hi Libra, my name's Leona from Supra ConsciousSoul, and this is your November love reading, or November and for the next 6 weeks or so. The energy can last, but whenever you see it is when you're supposed to see it. So you come in with the underneath the deck with the Empress. So this is talking about growth, it's talking about abundance, it can be talking about fertility, it can be talking about strengthening of relationships for some of you guys. For some of you guys, I feel like it's like you're just purely working on your abundance in terms of finances, in terms of prosperity, in terms of growth, because these last 2 months have been serious growth periods for Libra. It can also be talking about pregnancy, it can be talking about birth, it can be talking about new beginnings. So, you come in as the Nine of Pentacles, and this is what I'm talking about. This is you guys working on your prosperity, working on your financial abundance, working on maintaining a level of independence. It's like you've got to a certain point in your life and you're like, you know what, I need to have A, B and C in order to progress. I need to have that for me, and I need to be working on what I'm passionate. A lot of you are into spirituality more. You're getting more into what you love. It's about yourself. And the reason I'm saying that is because next to that you have the 10 of Wands, and I feel like although you're in your passions and although you're doing what you want to do, it can be like a sense of, you know what, I've got so much to do, I've got to do this and this. But I feel like that it's like you grow from the 10 of Wands to the King very, very quickly. So this is you guys. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're putting aside relationships, or you're working out which relationships to carry forward. But the main thing is for you guys that you're working on your passion. You're working on yourself. You're becoming business people. You're becoming entrepreneurs. You're becoming passionate about what's for you. So at the end of that row, we have Energy Oracle card 23. Now this talks about changes because it breaks down to a 5. So it talks about travel, it talks about changes, it talks about things moving quite fast. Things moving fast but causing a lot of confusion because of the changes, perhaps. So it's almost like you're like, oh God, all these things are happening. But all tied up also means that there's some kind of blockage in your way, whether it's love, whether it's a contract, whether it's you tying yourself to something, because it's almost like you're tying yourself up within that, and it's like you're putting yourself into work. So for some of you guys, there's blockages in terms of moving forward, but they're not major blockages because you do have the King of Wands there. So I feel like if there is any blockages with contracts, if there is any blockages, feeling like you're tied to certain energy, like you're tied to certain people, it's asking you to let that go. So I feel like for you guys, the whole top row of your reading is about working on yourself, working on your passions, but there's some block there that you need to release, and we're going to go into that. So the next card is the Three of Pentacles. This is talking about you working on your value, working on your self-worth. It's also showing me that other people are starting to see value in your work as well. They're starting to notice what you're doing. This is about you essentially getting yourself grounded though, because in the middle of your reading you have the King of Pentacles, and this is saying that it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster, because I feel like you guys are getting what you want, but at the same time you're trying to balance this energy, and you're trying to, it's like you're trying to balance yourself emotionally this month, because you're feeling like you're getting what you want, but there is certain little blocks, and then that's making you worry. So next to that, we have the Knight of Chalices. Now, for a lot of you guys, this is the first real card that I'm seeing of love, apart from you trying to balance your emotions in terms of love. Yeah, this is the first card, and it's coming in as new love for a lot of you. It's coming in, but I feel like you're kind of questioning certain aspects of this new love. You're questioning a lot. You're like, is this for real? I mean, there's a lot of questioning for you about if that's the way you're supposed to go. And it's like you're almost like, are you sure that's the way I'm supposed to go? Are you really sure? Because I feel like the new love that kind of comes in kind of startles you a little bit. We then go on to the end of that row, which is the 39, and it's the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And this is saying that your throat chakra is blocked at the moment. It's asking you to imagine a blue light and spin it in your throat chakra. Imagine it spinning fast. It's asking you to open up your throat chakra. And the way to do that is through communication and being authentic with yourself and stating what your needs are and what you want. There's something that you need to talk about. There's a conversation that you're not having, perhaps. So we move to the next row and we come with the Knight of Swords. Now this is the communication that needs to be had. This is you standing up for your truth in a situation. This is you defending your rights, but in kind of going at it quite forcefully as well. But with this, it's saying, it's asking you, it's like you're standing up for your beliefs, you're defending your principles, you're standing up for, it could be that you're having to stand up for this relationship and defend it. But we then have, next to that, we have the Hermit, and this is asking you to look at something with fresh eyes, and not with the eyes we've been given. It's asking you to look at something in a new way and from a lot of different perspectives in terms of love. And once you do that, you then have the 6 of Wands, which talks about victory, it talks about support, it talks about things coming in for you guys. I don't feel like your love that's coming in is what you were expecting it to be, and that is causing a little bit of confusion. But it's asking you to look at it with new eyes. At the end of that row, you have 15, which is about love. It breaks down to a 6, which would be about love. It would be about money. It would be about it's asking you to be grateful for every single blessing, because the more you're grateful and the less you're in this kind of mental realm where I feel you are, then the more you will open up some of these blocks as well. This feeling of being tied up, it's asking you to be grateful for everything in your life that you want to grow. Any area of your life that you want to grow this month, is asking you to show gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe, and more will come. So yes, stay away from feeling tied up, because I feel like it's just a temporary block, especially with the Hangman as well. The Hangman is just waiting for us to look at things in a new perspective, and once we do, then we have the energy of the 6 of Wands. I know this isn't been a massive love reading, apart from that you have new love coming in. Or it could be a deepening of love with the Empress as well, for those people that are in relationships. And it could be that you're deepening your relationships because you're now following your own passions and you're establishing a bit of financial security, which is helping to deepen your relationship. Or it could be that now you have the finances ready to go and have a child, or to deepen it in that way, or to go and start a new business. But I do feel like there's a little bit of fear there. Yeah, because underneath the Empress, we've got the 8 of Swords. So there's a little bit of fear there for you guys. But don't worry, because it's all in your head. And I feel like once there's a little bit of blockages. You guys have had a long run for the last couple of months. A really good run. You've got the Wheel of Fortune there. If I go down one more, and it's about finances. Right now, finances are worrying you, because you're worried about... are you doing the right thing? Is this going to move? You could be worried about how much finances you've got to move to be able to do this and to do that. But it's saying, don't worry. It's just a temporary blockage, and things will release. Just have appreciation for what you have, and it will grow more in abundance. Take care. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.